works, because it'd be really annoying if it doesn't. You know what? Fine, whatever. I'll wait for it to actually work. Alright, anyways, hello, everyone. Welcome to my channel. If you've been here before, welcome back. Now, let me just explain something really quick for those of you who don't remember, or for those of you who didn't watch my previous series. About 6 months ago, I recorded the last episode of a Titanfall 2 series where I just did random things. I mean, I did stuff Frontier Defense sometimes. I did just regular games sometimes. Had other people on it sometimes too. There was a couple occasions where I played the campaign on Master. I even had this one time where I was playing with these, like, I don't exactly remember who it was, but I was playing with people and we were seeing who could beat the campaign the fastest. It wasn't exactly the most precise. We didn't exactly have speed run timers or anything like that, but I was luckily able to beat it the fastest, which was very cool. But yeah. Hopefully this time, my stream will work. But basically, it's going to be a little different this time around, because now that I've completely finished leveling up all of my Titans, or, like, you know, not completely finished, but, like, gotten every customization that I want for them, I am going to be doing it more pilot-focused this time around. One thing I will say about regenning is that it gives you the, not option so much as forces you to be more creative and use different weapons. So I've sort of opened my eyes up a little more. And luckily for this time, the live chat's actually working, so that's very good. Was using G2 originally, or not G2, was using Eva originally, but sometimes I would use G2, because honestly, the reason why you're, like, able to use new weapons and have to be more creative is because most of the time, whenever there are certain weapons you'd use, for example, the one I'm using, the double take, they are good. Yeah, welcome back. They are good, it's just, I have a different weapon that would be better for the role I'm trying to fill this weapon with, which is the G2. I even have an elite skin for it, but obviously I don't have it unlocked, so I can't show it. But yeah. Like, I would use this one more often because it can fire faster, it's still a 2-shot, the damage fall off also isn't bad. So yeah, normally I would use something else, but since I'm regened, I'd have to be a little more creative. And yes, I know, it's only G2, but I did not regen for the longest time in this game because I sort of saw it as a bad thing. I can give you the best weapons for every build. No thanks. No thanks. I don't want that. I don't use the best weapons. I purposefully cripple myself to make it a little more enjoyable. Like, I used EPG for the longest time just because I liked it. I just like EPG a lot. Like, as you can see, I have it to G5. I also use G2 a fair bit. I guess you could say G2's in the meta a little, but it's not that bad. It's not that good either. It's alright. It's a pretty good rifle, so yeah. Used Alternator, which is like, this is the closest thing to meta that I have used the entire time. Yeah, I know G2's a meta weapon. This is probably the meta clingiest weapon I have used throughout my entirety of playing this game, is the Alternator. As you can see, I have not fucking touched the car because I despise it. Alternator is also a meta weapon. Yeah, I know. But, that's why I started using EVA 8, and it was alright, but obviously it's short range, but that forced me to get creative. That meant I could not get in enemy sightlines. I had to get close, I had to flank, all that. Which, honestly, Massive is a meta weapon. Yeah, I know, that's why I hate it as well, because it fires like 7 bullets. Not actually, it fires like, I think 4 or 5. I think it fires about 5 bullets. If one of the bullets hit you in the head, you're instantly dead. If 2 of them hit you in the body, you're also instantly dead. And it only has a 4-round magazine, but at most, they're probably going to need 2 rounds to kill you. 5, yeah. And the accuracy is ridiculous, because even though it's a shotgun, it's literally just they shoot a saw blade at you, effectively. And if it hits your head, you're instantly dead, because it chops through you, Mortal Kombat style. Hold on, give me a minute. But yeah, sorry. I had a donut, but yeah. I use this for frontier defense, and 90% of the LMGs I just haven't touched because Sidewinder is straight up. Yeah, I've used that as well, and it's pretty good for, frontier defense and just in general because softball is good in multi. I know it's good in multiplayer too. I just don't use it because I'm like, I feel like it's a little too good. Yeah, I know. I know to not use Spitfire because it is the yeah, it is the sweaty weapon. It is the epitome of I never leave my mother's basement in a weapon. And Devotion, I don't know how to feel about Devotion. The bullets are really big for the L-Star, but I'm going to assume that's misleading and they're actually a lot smaller than you'd think. Much like EPG. Alright, yeah, I see what you mean. But like I said, I don't really know how to feel for Devotion. It's a spammy weapon, but it takes skill. Yeah, that's about what I assumed. Because it, like, ramps up fire over time. It's like those Hyperion weapons from Borderlands. But they get more accurate, but that one is higher fire rate. I gotta ask, what's your opinion on Cold War? I have a very specific opinion. They are smaller and aren't hit scan for the L-Star, yeah. What's your opinion on Cold War? I have a very strong opinion about it, but I want to hear yours. I know, but what is your opinion on, like, is it sweaty or not? Sort of, is what I mean. Is it sweaty or not? Complex, especially. Oh, like for the complex map, yeah, but like yeah. I would say if you're good at movement, yeah, then. In my opinion, I think and my bad, stream is super delayed. No, it's fine. But yeah, in my opinion, it is pretty good, but only because I feel that it's literally just a spammier version of the EPG. The EPG, sure, has less fall off, but this one is a 4-round burst, which means you can be less accurate with it. Air shots, you'd think would be a little more difficult because of the fall off, but actually you could say it's easier. Although the delay, where you have to, Cold War is a better EPG. I hate you a little for saying that, but you are right. I hate that you're right, that it's pretty much just a better EPG because it shoots in a 4-round burst. It does slightly less damage, but I don't know if 75 is all of the bullets hitting or if it's just per bullet. I don't think it's per bullet. That would be busted. But I think it's all bullets together. But even then, air shots, even though it has the delay before, would technically be easier because of the burst mechanic. It's very good at just bombarding your enemies and all that. You'd think not, but it's very inaccurate. I mean, yeah, it says that in the accuracy, but I still think it's just a spammier EPG, pretty much. It really depends on who you ask. EPG is better for air shots, because it has less fall off, but it's a little harder to use against, like, fast enemies. This is a lot better to use against fast enemies because of the burst, but it does take a little more skill to use in certain situations because you have to charge it up first. I have a personal vendetta against the thing because it sort of just steals the EPG's entire flow and just makes it a little better because it's a burst. Cold War only wall running. Only use it while wall running? Is that what you're saying? I don't understand what you mean. Sorry, I have a drink. Yeah, I guess that is sort of a common thing I've seen, is whenever people hit me with the Cold War, they're either usually wall running or, like, above me, jumping. Is a wall running gun like alternator? Okay, I see what you mean, yeah. Uh, like car as well. Yeah. Um, I use these. Mozambique is and every and every MSG. SMG. I was like, huh? Why are we talking about monosodium sodium glutamate? But yeah. Um, Mozambique is pretty much like it is in described. It's pretty much just a smaller Mastiff, but it's funnier. And Wingman Elite. I used Wingman Elite a little, and it was surprisingly I liked it more. MSG is machine gun. I guess, yeah. I saw that and thought of the white powder. Rifles are better. Oh god, let's not start a debate about this. But yeah, I used Wingman Elite, and surprisingly enough, I liked it a lot because I don't know what it was about Wingman Elite. It just felt a lot different to the Wingman. I don't know how much different. Wingman Elite skill weapon Ricochet. I mean, yeah, I used it, and I thought it was a little easier to use than regular Wingman, probably because it does more damage. I also think Wingman Elite is more accurate, maybe? Hold on, 25 accuracy versus 36. Actually, this has more. What? I don't understand then. One-shot headshot. Oh, that makes sense then. But yeah, hold on, let me go back to... What about if you use Robopilot? There's two different robot ones. Stim, yeah. Oh. Or Phase. Lower reticle. Wait, what? Oh, I see what you mean. Never mind. But yeah, let me just turn this back on. Start another game up, I guess. But usually you want to use grapple for Wingman. I see what you mean, yeah. But I'm more of a cloak person myself. You don't see a lot of people using cloak nowadays. Or oh wait, I just realized that's kind of an oxymoron. That's kind of an oxymoron because saying you don't see a lot of people using cloak nowadays. Yeah, no shit, you don't see them because they're cloaked. But yeah, um, I used satchels a lot, mostly just because it was funny. That's just it. I just thought it was kind of funny. Um, but now I'm using frags, but I think now I'll probably use electric smoke. I used electric smoke. Oh, best Titan's probably Ronin, but you need to be very skilled. Yeah, that's what I also noticed too, is Ronin can dish out a fuck ton of damage if you do it right. That you said you were the best in the world at some point? I kind of think fire stars are for babies, because it's pretty much just, they stick to the cockpit and they can't see. Yeah. And they can't see you. Yeah. Good ion. I mean, I get it that it's probably good because of the vortex shield, but at the same time, I don't really. You must learn his techniques, though. Yeah. Hold on. Let me real quick go back to my party that I was in. I'm not stopping the stream. I'm just real quick starting a new party. There we go. Shield, nah. His shield isn't what makes him good. Well, what is it then? I mean, like, because his shield, it returns back fire and all that. What is it then? What is his shield, like, what makes him good? It's his gun. I thought you were gonna say laser shot, to be honest. But I guess I can see what you mean. Because it, honestly, genuinely, his gun can do better. His gun makes a lot of crit damage. Yeah, you're right. But honestly, I see what you mean. Here's my opinion. Ion is a lot better at suppressive fire than Legion. I don't know why. Same with Monarch. Monarch and Ion are both better at doing suppressive fire than Legion, which guess what is his entire fucking job. It's to lock down areas with suppressive fire. But guess what? Scorch does the locking down areas better because he has fire on the ground, which can't be deflected. His laser shot is good at stunning auto titans and also one-shotting pilots. Yeah, but here, what I want to get your guys' opinions about Legion. Yeah, Legion is too slow. He's too slow. His gun shield doesn't fully protect him, which means you have to crouch down, which makes you slower. And this is pretty much me just parroting what I saw in a video. I think it was just like the Flying Teacup said this. But yeah, and his long-range power shot is doo-doo butter. It's terrible. his close range is really good, but I feel like it's sort of like this, right? Legion actually makes sense, and you want to know why? Because he's literally just the A10 Warthog in Titan. The gun was built around, like, the ability was not built around the Titan. The Titan was built around the ability. It's like how the A10 Warthog was just built around the gun, like the fucking machine gun. It feels a lot like the Titan is just there to wield the gun, and not the gun is there to supplement the Titan's power. And that's also because he's really fucking slow. Like, Scorch at least has good area lockdown that you can't really stop from him locking down an area because you can't. If you shoot the A10 Warthog long enough, it falls out of the sky. The gun, I mean. Yeah, I see what you like exactly. North Star. Well, North Star is so cool than Ronin, but yeah. Also, I've same with Legion. If you shoot him for too long, you can get stuck in reload. Yeah, I feel like really should just have more bullets. If you want him to have suppressive fire, then you should have just merged the two firing modes together. Instead of having the firing mode ability where you switch it, which takes a good 2 to 3 seconds and forth, and also having his long range mode do the best damage, but having his short range mode also do the best damage because power shot, it's very annoying because I have to switch back and forth constantly. Also, it's doing the infinite loading thing, so that's just great if you can aim it, which I can generally aim it pretty well. But if anyone gets within, anywhere close to you, you need to switch to close range mode and power shot them so they don't kill you immediately. It's a very skilled Titan. I know. It just takes. Must be very good to play Legion. Like I know, I get that. I don't get it either. But yeah, hold on. Sorry guys, but I'm going to redo the stream because it's glitched the fuck out and there's no other way to do it except to completely redo the stream. So I'll be right back and I'll put the stream back up. Give me a minute. No fucking shit, it ran into an error.